What's up guys, Chad here with Tech in the Wild. Today we're taking a look at the Manifold 3, an add-on AI computer designed for DJI enterprise drones. I'll be attaching it to my Matrice 4E, loading an AI object detection application, and seeing how well it actually performs in the real world. I've been wanting to do this one for a while, so let's get into it. In my original Matrice 4E video, at the time, I was mainly interested in the Smart 3D Explorer, which automatically plans and captures the images needed to build a 3D model around an object. My opinion was that it was not dramatically faster, and in my testing, it didn't produce a noticeably better model than flying and capturing the images manually. But it also made me realize that the Smart 3D Explorer is only one small part of what the Manifold 3 can do. The Manifold 3 is essentially a compact onboard computer with up to 100 TOPS of AI processing power. In simple terms, TOPS or TOPS means trillions of operations per second, or how many AI calculations the computer can perform every second. It does require software development and quite a bit of coding, although an AI assistant like ChatGPT can help with a lot of that process. And once you get past the setup, the possibilities are pretty wide open. You could potentially use it to count equipment on a construction site, monitor material or spoil piles, compare volume changes over time, locate animals, inspect infrastructures, identify specific objects, or just build completely different automated workflows. DJI provides sample applications through its Payload SDK, with much of the basic communication between the drone, camera, Manifold 3, and Pilot 2 already built in. The Matrice 4 series already includes some built-in and tracking for certain common objects, including people, vehicles, and boats, depending on the aircraft and operating mode. So for this test, I want to try something outside those basic stock examples. So today, I'm going to install one of DJI's sample AI applications on the Manifold 3 and see whether it can identify dogs and horses in a real-world test. Before I could run anything on the Manifold 3, I had to set up a complete development environment. This probably needs to be done on a Windows platform. It included Ubuntu through Windows Subsystem for Linux, DJI's Payload SDK, the required C++ build tools, CMake, OpenCV, and DJI's application packaging tools. I also had to create a developer application through DJI, enable developer access on the controller, connect to the Manifold over SSH, and compile the program directly on the Manifold itself. For the SSH, this is usually the IP address and password, but yours could be different. Once everything was built, I packaged it as a DJI application, installed it onto the Manifold 3, and configured it to launch automatically with the drone. I'm not going to cover every command that got me here, because it would be a very long and boring video, but I'll include the complete step-by-step document down in the description. Alright, now that we got this loaded here, you see if I go to those three ellipses, I've got my Tech in the Wild test there. I click that, and you can see that PDSK is live now. So as we go around, it should count all the objects that we have. You can see my subject type just popped up there. And I unchecked a bunch of these. What I really want to see is cat, dog, and horse. That's the typical animals we have around here. I'm going to leave it for now. And you know what? We have birds, so let's see if it picks up any of those. You can see behind me, we've got the horses over here. So I really just want to see if it counts any of those. So let's take off and see what it does. So this isn't very encouraging. I've got plenty of horses in frame here that clearly look like a horse. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Okay, we're picking some up now, every now and then. It's not very accurate. I would have hoped it would do a little bit better than that. Alright, well, that was kind of disappointing. I was hoping for a little bit better identification, but at least we proved the concept. It is at least identifying the horses, not well. I think we still have options to refine some of this, make it a little bit better. From what I understand, what the computer's processing is only a 340 by 340 image. So we'll see if we can maybe section out the screen to give us a little bit more clarity. That might be why it's not doing as good as it should be. I think there's options. Today, I just wanted to show that you can create this, install it, and it can at least identify something, run a count. Not the result we wanted, but I think it was still pretty cool. For version 2, I tried to improve the stock model without completely replacing it. Instead of shrinking the entire camera image into one tiny frame for the AI to analyze, I divided the image into 4 overlapping sections. Each section was processed separately, which made the objects appear larger to the model. I also kept one full frame pass for the larger or closer objects, filtered the results down to cats, dogs, and horses, and removed duplicate boxes where the sections overlapped. Or at least I tried. Because this required more processing, I slowed down how often the AI ran and reused the previous results between scans to keep the display more stable. The goal here was to improve detection from a distance. Okay, now that we've got the updated app in here, let's see if it does any better. So we got Fenton here. Still thinks he's a cat. Even though he's barking. Alright, that's disappointing. Let's go see the horses, see if we did any better there. Now the program's only looking for horses, dogs, and cats. We got the horses here down on the left. So again, disappointing at this far away. It's not recognizing anything. I'll see if I zoom in if we get anything better. Nope. Great, I'm seeing dog. Okay, it's counting 2 horses. Not very accurately though. Let's see if we can uncheck dog, because we know we're just looking for horses here. I'll uncheck all these. Does that help at all? So it seems like they need to be in the center of the frame, because if I come over to this one, now it's counting that one. So I'll have to check and see if it's not in the center why it's not counting that, but we got this one in the center now and it's still struggling. So unfortunately, this doesn't look like it's going to be reliable enough to really work out. I'll go investigate, see if there's any other options we can do to make this better, but from what I'm seeing, the sample that DJI gives isn't a great detection model. So for version 3, I focused more on reducing false detections and cleaning up the Pilot 2 interface. I raised the confidence requirement so the AI would be less likely to label trees, shadows, and other random objects as these animals. I also changed the duplicate filtering so that the same subject could not remain on the screen as both a dog and a horse, and required detections to remain consistent before displaying them. Finally, I reduced the available subject list from the entire COCO library down to just 5 objects: cat, dog, and horse, and then I added bicycle and backpack, so we had something that wasn't an animal to see how it would detect that. That made the drop-down much easier to use and allowed me to focus the final test on objects I had available for this video. Okay, now you can see I've got my list here shortened down. I'm going to try the bicycle and the backpack. Those should be easier than animals, but let's take the cat off since it keeps thinking Fenton's a cat, and see if this does any better. There we go. And if I turn cat back on, every now and then it seems to do cat, but mostly it's showing him as a dog now, so that's good. We'll try the horses one more pass, but I think I want to end this with the bicycle and the backpack and see if it does any better with that. Okay, it's getting pretty windy out here, so I'm just going to attempt to hold the drone and see if we can get anything. So it's saying it sees the backpack. Not seeing that bike. Not seeing that bike. There we go. Only problem is it's counting it twice. That one's good. I think it's seeing the shadow and that's why it's counting it twice. Okay, well, that's about where we're at. The wind died down, so I'm gonna go check the horses one more time. And check the cat and dog, just hopefully it just doesn't want to see this as a horse. All right, about the same. I think it's time to call it. So, after all that work, the result was mixed. I was able to get the Manifold 3 to run a live AI model, send the detections back to the Pilot 2, and narrow the subject list down to objects I actually wanted. But I think the stock model itself was the weak point. It missed one of the 3 bikes, struggled badly with the horses, and sometimes confused one animal for another. So, what's the next step? In my next video, I'm going to move beyond DJI's stock sample and build a completely new custom application designed for one specific job, identifying my dog Fenton. Instead of relying on a generic model that only knows what an average dog looks like, I'll train the system using images of Fenton so it can learn his appearance specifically. That way, if he ever decides to venture off on his own, I could deploy the drone, scan the surrounding area, and hopefully locate him much faster than searching on foot. And I think this situation's fairly relatable to most people out there. That should give us a much better test of what the Manifold 3 can really do when the software and AI model are built for a specific real-world purpose. The application we put in today, this system is using something called YOLO. In simple terms, YOLO is the part of the software that looks at an image and tries to decide which objects are in it. It stands for You Only Look Once, because it analyzes the image in a single pass and quickly draws boxes around whatever it recognizes. And this model we tested was trained using a dataset called COCO, which stands for Common Objects in Context. COCO is essentially a massive collection of labeled images that teaches AI what common objects look like, things like dogs, cats, bicycles, backpacks, cars, and people. The reason we ran into limitations today is that COCO only teaches the model what a generic dog looks like. It does not know Fenton specifically, and it was not trained around the exact aerial angles, distances, lighting conditions, and backgrounds the drone will encounter. So with this next project, it's not just about adding another object to the list, it's about replacing the generic detection model with one built around Fenton and real-world conditions where I would actually need to find him. And that'll let me test whether a purpose-built model can identify him more consistently, hold that detection as he moves through the frame, and continue recognizing him from a useful distance. At that point, the Manifold 3 should become a lot more interesting, when the application's no longer running DJI's demonstration, but solving a specific problem that I designed it for. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. As always, thanks for sticking around and checking out the video, and we'll see you next time. If you like this video, hit that like button and click subscribe. Click the bell icon so you can be notified every Sunday when we release new videos. And as always, thanks for watching.